Hi, I'm Randy Eisenberg.
And I'm Gail Eisenberg.
But no relation.
No,
We're
no
not
relation,
related.
no.
But we do have a lot of things in common besides just our name.
That's right.
Well, first of all, we're both gay. Let's just
get that out
on the table.
Put it on the table. We met working in the same department.
We're both Cancers, born in like mid-July.
We both have almond-shaped eyes.
Right. And our big coincidence is that we found out we go to the same dentist.
For years
before we met each other.
Which is ridiculous.
So that was just kind of a random wow. But, however, there is one big wedge issue between us.
Yes.
Puts up a proverbial wall, if you will. And it is that I am a cat person.
And I'm a dog person.
Well, I think we do have really unique names for our pets.
That's right.
Why don't we start with you, since we see, what are you wearing there?
I mean, my dog's name is Taxi.
Taxi is your
That's
dog's
right.
name.
That's Taxi.
Taxi's
and
mom.
it's actually, yes, and it's actually with an exclamation.
Right. Well, what happened?
Like, taxi! Taxi! Completely premeditated. I always thought if I still lived in New York and I got a dog, I would be naming him Taxi because I want him to feel popular.
Don't you think that your name is basically a gimmick? You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
a gimmick.
No,
No,
I mean, so
it's not a gimmick.
because you
It's not
did
a
it,
gimmick.
so you could be out on the street and go taxi,
and
everyone would be ha ha ha. I mean,
yeah, and they still are.
Doesn't that joke wear thin?
No, they still are.
I have a very unique name for my cat as well. His name is Ramekin. And for those who don't know what a ramekin is,
There's no gimmick there, though. By the way, no.
Well,
no,
all right,
no gimmick.
good point. But what a ramekin is, it's one of those like ceramic dishes that you would serve creme brulee in.
Or butter.
Butter, right,
Yeah.
like at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking that that would be a great name for a cat when I was shopping for kitchen stuff. And I saw it and I was like, ramekins. And I'm like, ramekin. And I'm thinking in my head like, big, jungle names from, certain
Lion
things.
King.
From the Lion King, you have Simba, Mufasa, Ramekin.
So we're really big on nicknames.
Right. Well, we have a lot of nicknames for each other.
Exactly.
You coined most of them.
I do. My favorite to call him is Mystery.
Well, it's Mr. E
Mystery.
for Eisenberg, but with
Right.
the
He's a mystery to me. Mystery.
Miss E. Miss Lady.
Mr. Lady.
I'm assuming that you have a lot of nicknames for Taxi.
I absolutely do. I mean,
Right.
that's mostly what I call him by, not even Taxi.
Right.
I have many nicknames for
What
him.
are can you run through some of them?
Yes, there's Mr. Handsome Head, Mr. Gorilla, Mr. Stink,
Right.
Mr. Black Bean.
Some of these make sense and some don't. Mr. Gorilla Head, because he's
no,
black.
no, it's Mr. Handsome Head.
Handsome Head.
And Mr. Gorilla.
You can see my confusion, though. It was easy to mix them up. What is Mr. Black Bean? Where's how?
Mr. Black Bean, when he's a baby, his little pads look like little black beans.
Underneath.
And now underneath, and now, since he's a 7-year-old dog, now they look like gorilla pads.
And Mr. Stink, I think I can figure that one out, right? I, basically only have one nickname for Ramekin.
Yes.
And, it's basically...
It's a good one, though,
It is a
isn't
good
it?
one. Somehow, I just started calling him the Boo Boo Baby, which then quickly soon after that came the Boo Boo Baby song. The Boo Boo Baby. The Boo Boo Baby.
Right.
See how it's kind of a jazzy, the Boo Boo Baby.
Right.
The Boo Boo. And then sometimes, what I'll do is I'll go into a higher, like a falsetto, and then I can go, the Boo Boo Baby.
Mine is much more of a lullaby. It goes a little like this.
Okay.
In fact, it goes exactly like
Right.
this.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Who is a good boy? Who is a gentle boy?
It's a real ballad.
Who is a quiet boy? Who drops a squeaky toy?
Wow.
And then I pick it up. Taxi is a good boy.
Oh, then you could go in rounds.
Good boy. Yes, you could.
Taxi
It's
is
a
a
gentle
good
boy.
boy. Yeah.
Taxi, and then it's like, yay, taxi, because he's
It has to end
dropping
with
it.
positive reinforcement.
That's it, right. And I mean, he's listening and he's tilting his head.
Do you remember when we went outside to see Mike and he had peanut butter and we went in the car? See, that's understanding.
You wouldn't be used to that as a cat person
No.
because you've got this
Yeah. No,
as a
he
cat,
doesn't,
this
no.
expression,
Right.
or this one. Well, with
You know.
Taxi, I have to tell you, I mean, he thinks he came out of my belly. So
Right.
that we
You
say-
see, he doesn't,
but
Gail,
he
because
does.
he's a dog.
No, but he does.
So I don't believe
he does.
that.
Well, you're not used to having any
Well,
interaction.
why do you think he? I have plenty of interaction.
Well-
Don't get me started.
Because I mean, we have this connection. I mean, you wouldn't
Right.
understand,
I
as a
think
cat.
you have the connection. Is what I think.
Well, there is something to the idea of cats being more private. I mean, the way we name cats and dogs, like I am out in the world with the dog.
For me, it was a more personal thing. Like
Right.
I had also recently gotten into cooking, so I decided to combine two loves: my love of cooking and my love of felines.
Right.
And so that was, and I think about
but
it.
it's more precious, I think, as opposed to the dog is out there in the world, and it was reminding me a little bit in thinking about this that like the dog is very much like like the penis, out there in the world, and the cat is a little bit more sort of quiet and inside, like more like a
vagina.
A little bit.
Okay,
I mean, I don't know. I'm working with it.
I'm going to let you have that
I'm
observation.
working with that one.